S-E-A-G. Streets no promo. What's up, Sam? How are you this evening? Look, y'all, we got Mr. Composition. We got Mr. Composition.
Bam. Oh yeah, what up, y'all? We live in the urban suite.
Oh, Lauren Effect, how are you? Black Money Ari, what's up? Thank you guys for jumping in. We got D Major right over there. We'll be starting the show in just a few seconds. Hey. We're good, sir. How are you? How are you, Cindy, with all that cold weather up in Seattle? Y'all getting rain and snow and all that naughtiness. And you see tonight we're repping Shells. We just got these shirts. If you go on my IG page, you'll see D Major doing the unboxing with the shirts. And Shell sent us 2 shirts. So maybe next week we'll wear the other one. We'll be matching again. We've got the same shirt on and jeans. Matching and stuff. Yeah, that was fun. Why it didn't get any worse than that. Shouts out to the boys and bears.
Yes, indeed. Before we do anything else, I want to send a quick happy anniversary shout out to my mom and dad. 51 years together.
51 years.
Yes.
Dude, that's beautiful.
Yes,
That is, and they're so wonderful. They're such wonderful people, you guys.
Hey, y'all, stay tuned. We've got a jam-packed show for you tonight. Joining us in our first hour, it is longtime friend of the Urban Suite, Mr. Composition. How are you this evening?
I'm doing good.
Word?
Yes, yes.
Glad to have you here, man.
Yes, glad to have. Thank y'all for having me. It's been so long. I'm super excited.
Yes, indeed. Hey, y'all, stay tuned in the second hour. We are pulling double duty. We're breaking 2 new tracks. First up, the latest from Avar the Star, plus a nice collab between Kevin McGee and Little Yoda. So that's coming up in the second hour, so do not go anywhere. Coming up in this block of music, we have the latest from Poetic Peace, but we're going to step back a little bit to a classic from Mr. Composition from the album Graffiti the Mind. This is Expendable. Do not go anywhere, y'all. More coming up. This is the Urban Suite KSYM, San Antonio College Radio.
Awesome.
One of our all-time faves, you know.
This year would be the 10-year anniversary
Oh,
of
gosh.
Graffiti the Mind. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Ruler Y? Ruler Y on that beat, y'all.
Oh yes.
What the hell is he doing?
He's
Everywhere.
low and busy.
Yes, yes. I definitely have been thinking about not necessarily a Graffiti to Mind Part 2, but just
Oh, yeah, no,
It is,
why not? Let's run with that.
right? Like it would be a combination of. I would definitely work with multiple producers, like Running Red Lights Through Life. I like working with the singular producer, but I like the idea of multiple. It's always fun doing the multiple different styles together. So, but Ruler Y is definitely super dope production. This whole album, he did awesome.
Oh, yeah. Every song hits.
And he actually, not just the production, he did the mixing and mastering for it.
I believe it's complete. Complete work.
Yeah. What up, y'all? Tuned in live. We here on
Shouts
the
out to
Urban
Crazy
Suite.
Underground and
Have a
official
fun,
J5.
Hey, hey.
The Crown by
Chill,
G
bro.
Live. Oh, J5. I think I told you J5 hit me up and said he's got a new song to send over.
Okay.
Or maybe I didn't tell you. I didn't tell you. I just told him, you know what to do.
You know the rules by now.
Yeah.
Are you near that area now?
Yeah, I literally walked over here.
Oh, wow.
I'm like a couple of lights away.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, so I was just all like, oh, this is gonna be so cool.
And it's such a nice night out.
Exactly. I was all like, who would have my little J? I was all like,
That's perfect.
shout out to y'all too, dude. Make sure to hit that.
Dude, shut up, Simmy. That's crazy. He went
What?
skiing for the first time the other day,
Yeah.
and it was great.
That sounds
Dude,
fun.
that's amazing.
Right? That sounds so fun.
That's Paloma and Tears' half brother.
Big.
I think he
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
Yeah,
he
that's amazing. AJ Stacks on the IG Live. Say what's up.
What
Hold
up,
on,
sir?
What's up? What's up, sir?
Hope everyone's doing well tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Simmy, did you get pictures and video? Because I definitely have to check that out.
How
That's
y'all
exciting.
doing, y'all?
But
Too
I've never
good
been
luck.
skiing. I've played in the snow many a times, but skiing, I'll kill myself.
Let y'all see what's going on. Shout out the show. Let's
I've never had that experience. So.
Oh yeah, we live in effect, y'all. Make sure you like button.
Oh, Simmy says he gets to do this where he's shadowed by an instructor, and then after a while, he'll be. Oh, and after a while, he can become a paid instructor too.
Oh, that sounds
Shit, get that money, Simmy.
right.
Still on like the bunny clubs or whatever, learning kind of.
Yeah, he's learning. He has an instructor, so
Okay.
while he's learning, he'll be able to learn and teach also.
Good deal.
That sounds super fun.
Okay, he's gonna go skiing again on Saturday. He didn't bring his phone last time, but he's gonna this time. Yes, DM me pictures. Oh my God, yes. That would be so cool. I will love that. I will totally love that. Like seriously. And the girls will too. Oh my God, because I don't think they skied either.
And I went scuba diving in an indoor pool. That was super fun. Here in San Antonio, I don't know if they're still around Dive World, but it was like they had like free lessons, and I was like, this is fun.
That's awesome. I would like to do indoor scuba diving.
Yeah, it was like a 20-foot indoor pool. We was just like throwing the Nerf ball underwater. So I'm like, this is fun.
How fun.
I would definitely want to go skiing though. Like I've been to Denver a few times, but man, going skiing, that sounds fun. What up, y'all? Tuned in. Make sure to hit that like button. We live in the urban
What's up,
suite.
Matthias Music? How are you? Oh, it's Avar calling. I'll be on his phone. Yes, sir. Okay, I'll be right down. Okay, that will stop in a moment. There we go. Someone was calling in. I'm going to go downstairs and get Avar. Levels Lifestyle Entertainment, thank you for joining the IG Live. And thank you for the conversation we've been having. Because that shit is bullshit. You know what I'm talking about. That shit is bullshit. And yeah, we'll talk about that later during the live, not while we're on air. Okay. Put this on you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Or are you guys going to start right now? Or?
In just a second, got PSA coming up in,
Oh, okay. Now I got time to go get them.
yeah.
Okay.
Ravens?
Oh yeah.
KSYM, San Antonio College Radio. This is Urban Suite D Major, Sherrill Meadow. Joining us for our open mic session this evening, like I said before, longtime friend of the Urban Suite. So glad to have him back in studio with us. Please welcome Mr. Composition to the Urban Suite. How are you this evening?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing good. Like I said, it's been a minute, man.
Yes,
Been
yes.
definitely been a minute since you've been up here in studio.
Mhm.
It's been a little bit since
About-
we've seen you face to face and stuff.
Yeah, it's been definitely like 2+ years, I want to say for sure.
Yeah, between life in general and thanks to COVID putting
Yeah.
everybody on lock. Yeah. But so happy to have you back, and so happy to see all the stuff that you have going on. I think the last time you were here, you were just dropping information, a whole bunch of stuff. You had released Graffiti in Mind at that time, and working on your manga.
Yes, yes. Yeah, so it's I have that first volume out. It's 11 issues, physical form and digital form. And it's I've been just blending the two worlds as far as storytelling and music together to just deliver something that, fits in with what's currently going on, but to deliver a message that I see the way that things like anime and manga is doing what comic books used to do here in America,
Yeah.
but there's that disconnect. There's a lot of things that are pushing particular agendas, and the stories lost the make particular people feel important, and it's just all like there's missing that storyline. And so whether that be music, whether that be different forms of art, this is where I've been trying to fuse the two together to deliver physical and digital music and books.
Yeah. How was the experience just even going through researching and trying to figure out how to put the whole project together? Because I know in phases as you're going along.
Yeah, there's what it helps being a fan first. I think there's I was listening to this Easy Mill interview, and he was just talking about being a fan first when it came to music, and I apply that to everything, including stories. So I'm a fan of manga, and I see the way that they drop weekly, and how on YouTube and Twitter there'll be people dropping leaks and spoilers, but also theories and different things like that. And it's wow, like on a Wednesday night or something like that, seeing thousands and thousands of people coming in to just talk about a particular story. And so that concept of the weekly release, I was just like, okay, so I get that. So that trained myself into how I was going to release it when I had finished it. But also, because of my background in graphic design, I use Canva, and Canva has these comic book templates, and I was just all like, okay, let me see what I could do with this. And so it's just blurring everything together and just creating this story that was pretty much almost like a rough draft to just see what I could do. It was just like, okay, I can do this. So what would something more concentrated, more focused, more time dedicated to it, what would that end up looking like, and how would I be able to release it? And a part of that is that, I look at someone like Eric July out in Dallas. He's a comic book creator who has released his third $1 million campaign independently.
Word.
Yes, black dude out of Dallas, Eric July, who is actually a musician with a heavy metal band, the Backwoods, or one of those, or something like that, signed to do everything. So he built up his stuff as far as music, then YouTube with politics, and comic books, and fusing the two, and then releasing this independent comic book. And so I look at all of those, and it's really meticulous as far as looking at everything, but the main thing is to just do it. There's no clear cut way on how to do a lot of this stuff other than trying it out, and then just having a system in place to be able to have your checks and balances, but also to get and interact with the people, but give a story that makes sense.
That's what's up. There's a lot of the music you've been working on lately. You've been doing a lot of your own production.
Yes.
How do you feel to get into that realm of music for yourself?
It's interesting because I first started producing when I was 18, and it was a roommate that I had that taught me the basics of Fruity Loops. And I was very insecure as far as my beat making skills, because I didn't want to, people who've been doing it for years, and calling myself like a producer. I'd be like, I make beats, I'll do things, but I think as a rapper we could kind of get away with it, because it's all like we're mainly using our words, and for us it's just all like, okay, so it's almost just having like any piece of paper, and it's just like, as long as I'm able to get this message across by way of a beat, then I can at least do that. I don't have to worry about anything other than, can I get the message across? And that's what production helped me do, but it also helped me create this other layer of understanding music in general, because it's just all like, when I'll work with producers, we'll be in the studio or we'll be at their pad, they're making it from scratch, there's that cool collaboration that I didn't really get until I started doing that with myself. And so it was just like, okay, I have this thought, and it was like an instant thing. It was something that felt natural. But even with doing these two projects that I did all the production for, I was just like, man, I miss that collaboration with producers. But luckily I was able to get the best of both worlds. So in future projects there'll be a lot more of my production mixed in, but as well as everyone else as well.
Yeah. Kind of different aspect of putting things together on your own, trying to learn that process of putting everything together versus sitting down with a particular producer to get an idea or a feel for something.
Oh yeah, definitely. And for me, it almost is, when I do the production, I try to be very gentle with myself, so to speak, because I do have to take into consideration that I'm not going to sound like someone who's been at it consistently for a long period of time, and that's usually not the intention. It's like, okay, I hear this dope beat, everything like that, and it's not to say that I won't push myself to get better at production, but I just wanted to see if I can do it and feel comfortable with even releasing something that I produce while having my vocals with it.
Yeah. So we've got a lot more to talk about. So y'all just stay tuned. I definitely want to talk about your venture into YouTube land, because your channel's popping, man. You're doing some stuff. So we're going to get into that and some other things. So do not go anywhere. In this block of music, we have brand new music from Ivy Hustles and Audacity, plus the latest from Honored Mucha. But let's go ahead and get into new music from the album Tame Chaos. This is Mr. Composition with Focusing. Keep it locked, y'all. More coming up. This is the Urban Suite KSYM, San Antonio College Radio.
Author Weston Collins says, "What's up to both of you gentlemen?"
What's up, Weston? How you doing, bro?
Who's that?
Weston
Weston
Collins,
Collins.
he's a
What's
dope
good,
author.
Shouts out to College Radio Directory on the IG Live.
Hey, shout out to y'all. Shout out user 7C on YouTube. What's up?
And Love's Lifestyle Entertainment says, "Tell Mr. Composition that Steel Poet said what's up."
Oh, what's up, Still Poet?
Who's the boss? I just saw y'all walking in. I didn't know.
Um,
CC.
J Dot.
Okay.
Is it your-
It's all good.
So this song name is called Focusing on my album Tame Chaos. So you can get that at mrcomposition.bandcamp.com. So
Yeah,
check it
how's
out.
the reception been so far?
It's been-
You've digging it.
It's been really good. A lot of people have been digging this track. This out of the I always try to see what track, each album people are just all like, all right. And but
I knew
this
was
one,
gonna be one of those. I knew it.
this is I keep on hearing the most. And what's crazy was this was the track I was most insecure about.
Most insecure about?
Yeah,
Really? Why?
yeah, because the core, it's just like when you're getting in, hip hop and different things like that, and boom bap. There's certain things, but I think with Graffiti to Mine, I kind of was able to find that balance. But this one, it was more of a more catchy commercial type of like hook, not purposely, but it was always making a point, of being repetitive, and so I felt like that may have like turned some people off, but it was like the complete opposite. And I was all like, oh, okay.
Wow. Yeah, okay. But just like when I first started, I'm like, yeah, I guess we shall be more about,
And that one was a fun track to make because it was like messing around with AI in part of it, sampling in part of it. Like it was a combination of like several things. What's the album again? It's called Tame Chaos. Yes, definitely check it out. TAME Chaos. But yeah, that one, because I don't know if the drums, they are using a similar drum to Schoolboy Q's Man of the Year. And so it was just like that with like a really cool sample. And it was like I did somewhat of that. I like that particular style as far as same thing with Invincible Summer. It was just the sample that I used. It was like a dope sample, but the quality of I couldn't get it at a better quality that I was able to do with Focusing. And I was just all like, okay, cool, this is dope. And I was just so the features. It was very interesting because I try to, when I do have features on the project, I try to have it fairly balanced. There would be a good amount of women as far as to men, but this project I was just all like, yeah, we just gotta go out, and just the fellas came through and I appreciate it, man. But the future projects, I do like the blend of me working like with singers and just dope women, rappers. I think that blend it always matched with things like Chasing Skies, things like Pandora's Jukebox, where I had that combination. I want to do more of that.
Give me a second, let me say something like that.
Okay.
And we'll be back on in about 40 minutes.
Okay, dope. Listening while watching this. I appreciate it. What do you think about the passport bros? So, I mean, it's what's interesting about that concept is the fact that it's been happening for a long time. I think that it's more so something newer, that it's just one of those things that it's happened for so long, but now it's become something that people are putting as far as a label on it. I mean, military people, people who traveled as far as different places throughout history, like these were the original. But as far as naming it something and saying specifically for the pursuit of a uh, specific type of partner, I think that that's very, very interesting. And I know that there's different layers to it, so it's very interesting. It's very interesting. But hey, whatever you want to do as far as define happiness, I think that it, the world is massive. I've gotten to travel several different places: Japan, Belize, Mexico, and in those places, you just find out that the world's just bigger than the block, bigger than the city. But even within that, there's within the cities and blocks that you're from, there is a lot there. Sometimes we overlook it because we're used to it. Sometimes it takes passing that sign for years for you to actually see that, wow, that's been here this whole time. So I think it's very interesting. It's very interesting for sure. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. We're live in the Urban Suite. Mm-hmm. It's super dope because it's like, okay, cool. So yeah, what y'all are hearing is literally what's going on the radio show. So that's cool. I thought I was just hearing it on my headphones, but there's a speaker. So I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, like with my channel, like I do reactions, reviews, and things like that. I've thought about just getting into different things like that. I think that there's a lot of content on it. I don't want to say specifically that, but just more things people can relate to as far as just the everyday stuff. We could always get into like the entertainment act of things, but I think that where we're currently at, this division, or I wouldn't even say division because it's very specifically, but unfortunately, it's I think okay. So I don't know if you go to my past videos. I actually did a reaction to I Don't Know by Ezekiel. I think actually if you so that way you don't have to search for, you can go on like my channel and then do search Easy Meal, and then it'll show all the Easy Meal reactions, or you could just do the I Don't Know by Easy Meal on my channel and it'll show that particular one. But that one was dope. The video was freaking dope, and then the track was dope as well, for sure. I waited for Easy Meal to drop the new track, but luckily I still have to listen to his full projects. I've just listened to different tracks and different stuff people have recommended. So, but I did do a reaction to a recent interview he did, which was fire. The interview was super fire. Okay, dope. I appreciate you. Definitely, definitely. We gonna be here. So I appreciate the like and everything, and checking out the tracks.
KSWAM, San Antonio College Radio. This is the sweet D Major, Sherrill Metal, Mr. Composition in studio with us. Before I delve into the world of YouTube that we are definitely working through right now, I want to ask a little bit about the Texas CBD market that you have popping up. So, how did it begin, and where does it stand now?
So, where did it begin? So, it was interesting because we had just had the law changed, and it was interesting in 2019 when they passed as far as the hemp bill. Um, I actually didn't know when I thought of the idea. I originally was just all like, man, it would be cool to just go to a place where there was a bunch of different CBD products. And originally, I just wanted that place for me. Like, I just wanted an area, and I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? Like, I can create that experience. And, I teamed up with Stephen Lucky with Gardopia Gardens, which shout out to
Shout
them.
out to you.
They are doing so much awesome stuff.
Yes.
And basically, I hit up a bunch of people. I found that there were so many CBD vendors and companies that was popping up that didn't really have a spot. That was another thing, was I would hear from vendors because I would throw these events prior the composition, and I would include vendors, and I would hear from some of the CBD vendors that because it was brand new as far as the laws being passed, a lot of places, even though they would be accepted as a vendor, they would either be kicked out or they wouldn't be able to vend because of having CBD. And I was just like, well, that's not going to be an issue if the whole event revolves around
Right.
CBD.
Right.
And so, that was my way of for them being able to have some place where there was okay for them to be there. And then having them in the garden was just a cool concept because, of course, that's where the plant comes from, the ground. So it's just like seeing what things like gardens are able to do, and then having Gardopia in as far as that neighborhood in the east side, I was just all like, here's just giving this information because for me CBD was one of those things that when we see artists who unfortunately pass because of drug related things, or you know um, multiple depression type of things, and they're either on pills or hard drugs or different things like that, for them to have CBD and that be able to alleviate, and them being able to have that plant to try, I was just all like, let me go ahead and push that, especially for the artist standpoint of things, because we've lost way too many people because of that, and so that's how the concept itself came about. And then once I saw the reaction and response to it, as far as doing it at the Brick, the news hit me up and they was just like, yo, let's do a show, do a segment on that. And I was all like, super cool. Where it's at right now is where the laws keep on changing, and so what I'm trying to do is stay ahead of that information, so that way the next event that I do create or throw, have all the information in line so it still exists. Right now we're in like research and development mode. It's like we got a lot of information as far as throwing the events and finding out, what type of things we can do. We see, saw people making similar events and different things like that. So I was like, cool, let me go ahead, take a step back, get the information that I need so that way I protect myself, but also the vendors as well, because they may not have the information. We don't want someone to come through, they don't have the correct paperwork or different things like that. So that's where we're at currently.
I was about to ask you feel like the constant changing of laws and policies on this kind of make you feel like they're trying to catch people slipping so they can maybe generate more money for the
You,
state?
what's so
Yes.
interesting?
Yes.
I do, but it seems so backwards because it's just all like when you hear about the other places that fully have legalized it, you think about if this was a money play, you would think that they would be on board because of the money that would be made. But I
Mm.
think the issue isn't the fact of the money that is made is for the money that they're able to have for themselves, type of
Mm-hmm.
thing. So
Mm-hmm.
because of the fact that there will be so many people who legit are able to make a sustainable income off of this, even if they had some regulation over it, it wouldn't be nearly as much as if they just had a whole control over
We won't speak on that off air.
it.
But let's go ahead and get into your delving into YouTube. What began that process for you?
So YouTube, it's interesting because I've always uh, have had some aspect of being in front of the camera. Even a lot of my life has been I've documented.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether that was in audio form, as far as just having a tape player in the seventh grade, recording my voice and me. Just I was able to, or 2015, I was going to school for media communication, and they wanted us to create new accounts. And I was just all like, well, I don't want to keep on having to create new accounts for different endeavors that I do. So let me just do one thing, and that created Dabtro. And I was like, okay, have the Dabtro YouTube. So now let me have this as a place to just put everything that I create, whether it be vlogs, whether it be performances, whether it be all these different things. And the goal to that was to get to a point to where it can be in the YouTube partner program, and then be able to create as far as a community from that, and then be able to then build the Mr. Composition YouTube up after that to do the same thing, but use YouTube ultimately to help, instead of focusing on Spotify streams and different things like that. If you're already on the YouTube partner program and you're using your music through there versus like a streaming service, and for example, a shorts, I can take a song that I uploaded to the Mr. Composition YouTube page and use that as an audio for the shorts for the Dabtro page, thus getting the listens up for that particular song, but also getting the stuff up for YouTube as well.
Right.
So it's like a systematic, type of organization to have my media company ultimately, and then build a platform that I'm able to help other artists come through who normally, because they don't have as far as a platform or the attention or different things like that, I could just introduce people to these people, and be able to go off of that. So it's ultimately building up a media platform that I can help distribute my stuff and then introduce new
Awesome.
people.
Yeah, and you're doing quite a bit with the platform. Um, Not just doing music reviews, which is doing great right now, but a lot of different content. Great
Yeah.
things, man.
Thank you. I try to go into the fields that I'm into, because it's the best thing if people want to do certain things is talk about stuff that you're into, that you like, because for one, you're going to be able to last longer with the build up, than you would with something else. So for me, I'll do reviews on different animes or mangas or different shows and things like that, so that way people can see the human side of the artist. So that way it's not always just like, hey, go check out this song, hey, go check out this music video. It's all like, hey, I also watch these things that y'all watch as well. So, here's my thoughts on it, and let's have a discussion in the comment section.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, y'all, stay tuned. We've got more with Mr. Composition. Definitely want to discuss the project that's out now and where people can find it. So stay tuned for that. Right now, in this block of music, we have the latest from J. Rawls and Casanetta, plus brand new music from Recognize. But let's go ahead and get into another track from Team Chaos. This is Mr. Composition featuring Mad One
Yes.
with strategy music. Hey,
Yeah.
y'all, do not go anywhere. More coming up. This is the Urban Street KSYM, San Antonio College Radio.
Can't wait to do a music video for strategy music. I thought of like me and Bad One was like 1920s, like ignored Trench Coat
Oh,
freaking
yeah.
like shout out to Manwood.
Okay, Yoda just sent me a screenshot of their travels, and they should be pulling up at 11:56. Simeon wants to know what your favorite anime is.
It is right now. It is Black Clover, and
Okay.
but I, right now because it's on the anime is on hiatus. I've been reading the manga, but Jujutsu Kaisen is the most recent one. Uh, yeah, those right now are the ones that I'm. Oh, I've recently got into solo leveling. That one's pretty dope. They just did the third episode on that. Um, I'm trying to get caught up on One Piece, but if you're a One Piece fan, you know how uh, crazy of a task that is with over 1,000 episodes.
Right.
I'm only on 470 something, so
Paloma was talking about One Piece the other day too, and saying that it's very extensive.
yeah. But I love that aspect of it. Even when they did the live action on Netflix, I was like, they did a better job on the live action of delivering what I think the concept is, which is, so often people get older, they have families, things like that, and they really give up on their dreams. And, with One Piece, the live action, I think they did a better job of driving the concept of like it doesn't matter how old you are, like you can't give up on like ultimately what you want to do.
Yeah.
So One Piece is amazing. Like, yeah, that's definitely.
Yeah, Simi said he's on like 214.
Hey, I feel for you. I'm praying for you.
Keep
I
going.
keep on going because, like I said, I'm at like 479, and I know, and luckily, I know what's going on currently in the manga and the anime. So, but I like seeing how everything ties together, and Oda, the author, does an amazing job of foreshadowing. His
Mm.
foreshadowing game is
And that's
amazing.
important to have that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said, "What are your thoughts on Attack of Titan?"
Oh, Attack on Titans is one of the greatest animes and mangas. Like, as far as a completed story, because that's another thing, is that, to have a combined, complete series, Attack on Titan is one of my favorite. I've watched the whole anime, read the whole manga. I was there for the final part one, two, final part that they were dragging the
Wow.
last couple of episodes. But yeah, Attack on Titan was a beautiful masterpiece of our time. That is, yeah.
And Sibi, you'll have to follow him and go to his website because Mr. Composition, he wrote a manga.
The
He
most
wrote
random
one.
manga
And
ever.
it's hip hop, right?
It's a cannabis themed manga where the main characters smoke a bud that came out the sky and it gives them powers.
That's awesome.
Anything from Kevin or Yoda yet?
Yes, they're going to be pulling up at 11:56. He sent a screenshot of the map that
Oh,
they're
okay.
on.
Okay.
So that works out perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Should we get fixed with composition while we still have some time?
Okay.
So
Head
that
over
way,
there and we'll do the pics.
that way, no, no.
Oh yeah, because as soon as you're done, we're breaking Avar's song and then Yoda and Kevin McGee right behind him.
Yo, yeah.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Okay, there's 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. Ah! Oh, this is crazy. This has been going on for months now.
Okay.
The leak.
Yeah.
I'm surprised this hasn't been handled.
So that's the next endeavor that I'm trying to get done is the combination of the smoking experience and the music experience. So you get
Ooh.
like this 3 or so pre-rolls with a scannable song or album on it. So that way you can scan it and smoke. Basically, like you scan it, listen to it on the track while you spark the pre-rolls.
Hell yes. I love that.
And
And the website is at dabtroll.com.
dabtroll.com.
Okay, send me DABTROLL.com. Okay, Kevin McGee's here, and okay, so they're traveling separately.
Yeah, how are sales going?
So I've been chilling on the CBD sales because with the new law, even with me just selling them, not having a store, I have to get a license for it. So going through the application process of that. So
Okay, yeah, trying to, like I said, stay on top of stuff so that you're not following that.
exactly, especially being known for the CBD, I gotta be on top of it. So, but it's cool. I think that unfortunately, I still think Texas probably like the last to approve, but the fact that other places are approving at a faster rate, uh, we'll see. It's very unfortunate because there's so much good that can be done, and they're just really being petty, honestly, because it's just all like they approve some. You could have THCO, but not this with this stuff, and it's just like I'll be extra.
It's long overdue to replace what's up there in Austin. The competent, compassionate people. On so many levels.
Exactly.
And so I'm glad I'm not speaking to this on air, but
Yeah.
I don't want to turn to Rush. Definitely not Rush Limbaugh.
Right.
But yeah. We just speaking on Texas stuff for the whole lot.
But then there's a lot of that history as far as Texas and cannabis, and it could almost go parallel as far as Texas and slavery and stuff. Like there's a lot of things that it's just weird when it comes to Texas that it's all like, all right, you would think you would be more progressive, especially when you got like Austin and different things like that. But it's like they entertain it, but when it's time to actually do some changes, then they're like, well,
What happened to this idea of independence and freedom and all this stuff that was claimed the state being a former republic, but when it comes get the grind.
yeah, MIA, it's just all like, and so many, like, I would hear just like random homies, or I would hear of people who knew people who, when they get stopped, like their lives are pretty screwed, over something small, like not even nothing. And, I've been hearing a lot as far as police and stuff when it comes to San Antonio and stuff like that. And I'm just all like, this is weird, like it with certain things wouldn't think would revert, but it's almost all like it's being more in our face as far as with certain things, and I'm just all like, okay, uh, this is interesting, but I see it all being parallel with each other, all the way to the White House and Biden and everything. But I recently saw something as far as that 5 billion in student debt cancellation or something. So
Yeah. I mean, some people are trying to do something,
yeah,
but more could be done.
yeah. Oh yeah, shout out to you. Use a 7C. Appreciate you.
KSYM, San Antonio College Radio. This is the Urban Suite D Major, Sherrill Metal, Mr. Composition in studio with us. So let's go ahead and talk about your latest project, Tame Chaos. It just recently dropped on your birthday.
Yes.
How's the reception been so far?
It's been good. It's been good. I think that what's been interesting navigating through the ever changing digital landscape when it comes to, putting stuff out. I think I went about this pretty intentional because the plan is to promote it for an entire year. And so with that, I'll admit one of my biggest struggles when it comes to releasing music is to keep on promoting past the initial, hoorah, and so I've made it a point this year to have a system in place that allows for me to constantly promote it all throughout the year. So the initial response has been good. People telling me like, it's having that, just that hip hop feel. Like there would be people that I went to high school with, and a lot of them are just excited and happy that I'm still going for it. But even just the subject matter in general of the project, like the whole concept of Tame Chaos is just all like, chaos is everywhere, but you're going to have to find a way to be able to tame it. And me, that's through creativity, that's through music. And so throughout the whole project, it's laced as far as with these aspects of almost like mantras, like a song like Focusing. It's just like things that we tell ourselves. And so the response has been pretty good. Working on getting the full-fledged visuals, like the music videos and things like that. But I initially want to hear the thoughts that people think of the words and the concept. So people have been digging it.
That's awesome. And I'm loving the features that you have on it as well. You got some heavy hitters, man.
Yes. It was, it's one of those things. Shout out to Mad One, legendary freaking artist here. And he was on the Graffiti the Mind project as well, which celebrates its 10-year anniversary this year.
Wow.
And then someone like Charles Easy Lee of Third Root, him being able to breast the project. Kenyo, frequent and consistent collaborator and homie. We went to Japan together. We got Minus and Zoji as well. Me and Minus, we've been traveled together. Done shows of different things, and we finally. I was just like, man, I need to get him on the track, and I was just all like, all right, let me go ahead and get him on this track, and he killed it. Like, I love the way he flowed on that. And Zoji as well. That's been another person I performed with. Didn't do a track yet, and I was all like, all right, let's go ahead and get them together. But yeah, I appreciate the feature. That's one of like the cool thing about it is that there's a mixture of like the quote unquote OGs, and I felt there was a lot of that student pupil type of thing as far as me learning from these OGs and just seeing how they navigate and put out music and the messages that they do. And then someone like a ZOG in Kenya, we're on the younger side, of everybody else on the spectrum, still, figuring things out. And it's dope. Every feature was intentional, and it matched the energy really good.
Yeah. Man. So glad you have tracks that we can actually feature on the show. Before we let you go, your social media, how can people stay in contact with you and learn where to bring it through album?
Yes, so you can follow me Instagram at graffiti the mind son son. Mr. Composition on Facebook, dabtro.com, the website, and then mrcomposition.bandcamp.com for the newest album, Tame Chaos, as well as 11 other albums you can check out, and a booster pack, which is it's a digital product that has a song, a cappella, the beat, the lyrics, everything else for a single song. So yeah, check that out.
Any album you pick of his is fantastic. So just don't like wait to decide. Just get one.
Man, we appreciate you coming through, and welcome back into the booth.
Yes,
Yes.
it's been a minute. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for having me. It's been so awesome.
Yes, so we're going to close this out with another track from the album Tame Chaos. This is Mr. Composition featuring Easy Lee of Third Week and
Yes.
Mojo. This is Course Correction. Stay tuned, y'all. More coming up. Do not go anywhere. The second hour of the Suite is coming up next.
Shouts out to It's Shells on the IG Live. Look, Shells, look, it's your shirt. Look. Oh. Yes.
Yes.
Thank y'all for having me. This is so awesome. What? So what do y'all think about the whole Mos Def and Drake conversation?
Know nothing about it. Uh-oh.
Don't care about it.
It's so
But it's
funny.
not like he was lying.
He wasn't lying. That's why most stuff is so hilarious. It's just the way that he very intellectually just like. But what's so funny was how people jumped on that and completely disregarded how he tied everything together with Israel and Palestine and the collapse of it was so multi-level, but so many people got on him saying Drake is pop. It's not even like he didn't say that Drake wasn't hip hop in general.
Yeah.
It
But
was
he's saying more pop.
yeah. Exactly. He said shopping with an edge. Most of us
Oh
are
my
freaking
God.
hilarious.
Usually it's perfect for between and hot
Yeah.
topic.
What's up, Irfan? How are you?
And there was this one YouTube video, and they was talking about ageism versus aging versus maturing, and they were doing the comparison between Kendrick Lamar's album and Drake's album, and how Kendrick, there's the maturity that's there, where Drake is like the aging, and one looks more graceful than the other, and that's the thing. Most stuff is like, where's the substance? It's, people are like, preachy, It's just like, it doesn't need to be preachy to do that, to be able to deliver, because we hear it in the J. Cole's, we hear it in as far as the Jids, we hear it in, different people that are able to Killer Mics, so it's the
So literally, you just walked here. You just
oh yeah, I'm about to walk back.